You become what you envision daily. Close your eyes and see it. Not the world as it is, but the world as you demand it to become. See the empire within the ashes. See the triumph hidden inside your daily routine. Listen carefully. You are not the sum of your circumstances, but of the images you dare to hold in your mind when no one is watching. They will tell you to be realistic. That's their funeral. Because the truly great, the Edisons, the Carnegies, the Disneys, the Lincolns, the Fords, were delusional enough to believe that the dream in their mind was more real than the obstacle in front of them. You see, the world is built twice. Once in the theater of your imagination, once in the raw, unyielding dirt of reality. And if you don't learn to master the first, the second will be built for you, brick by brick, by people who never once considered your dream. So I'm telling you this with the fire of a prophet and the cold truth of a historian. You become what you envision daily. Your thoughts are the architects of your destiny. Every blueprint begins there. Every empire is drafted in silence before it is roared into existence with steel and sweat. But most people, they spend their days envisioning failure, disaster, humiliation, scarcity. They rehearse in their minds the pain they're trying to avoid, and then act surprised when life hands it to them on a silver platter. Not you, not anymore. Because you will learn to hold your vision like a sword, unbreakable, incorruptible. You will train your mind to see possibility where others see ruin. You will stand in the ruins of your excuses and build a fortress of belief. This is the first law of creation, clarity. You must know exactly what you want, not vaguely. Not more money or less stress. I'm talking about ruthless precision. The world does not bend for vague wishes. It obeys the command of the clear and the committed. Look at Carnegie, a poor immigrant boy with nothing but steel in his spine and a vision in his head. He didn't wish for wealth. He decided upon it. He wrote it down. He planned for it. He made every waking thought a rehearsal of victory. You want to change your life? Begin by changing your mind's default setting. It's not survive. It's not get by. It's not fit in. It's lead. It's create. It's dominate. And to lead your life, you must first lead your mind. That means discipline, the daily ritual of mental hygiene. Just as you wash your body, you must wash your mind of doubt, fear, and negativity. Think of Henry Ford, a man who said, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right." That was not a slogan. That was a commandment. Because your belief system is the operating system for your entire life. You see, your mind is programmable, and it's being programmed every day by your habits, your social circle, the media you consume. The question is, are you the programmer or the programmed? Take back control. Wake up and set your intention, not passively, but with the aggression of someone taking back stolen territory. Tell your mind what to focus on. Tell it what to seek out in the chaos of the world, because what you focus on expands. Do you see problems or opportunities? Do you see obstacles or stepping stones? Do you see competition or collaboration? Your vision determines your filter, and your filter determines your reality. So start with this. What do you want? Write it, speak it, see it. Not someday, daily, because repetition is the mother of mastery. The mind learns through obsessive rehearsal. Lincoln envisioned a unified nation in the middle of its bloodiest war. Edison saw light in the dark when the world was convinced it was impossible. Disney saw entire kingdoms in swampland. These men were not lucky. They were relentless in the theater of their own mind. They understood that reality is clay in the hands of the visionary. So become obsessed with your vision. Let it be your prayer, your mantra, your rallying cry. When you're tired, when you're defeated, when the world calls you insane, return to the vision, because it is your only compass in the storm. Most people quit because they lose sight of what they're fighting for. They let the daily grind blind them, but you will not. You will hold that image in your mind with fanatical devotion. You will water it with belief, feed it with action, guard it with discipline, because this is the price of greatness, an unshakable commitment to the invisible before it becomes visible. And let me be very clear. The universe does not reward the lukewarm. It rewards the obsessed, the ones who keep showing up, who keep seeing the vision even when the results mock them, who keep working the plan even when the plan seems to be failing. Because success is not an event. It's a cumulative result of daily, unglamorous, invisible choices. Choices to believe, choices to act, choices to endure. And in these choices lies your power, because no one can do it for you. No one can hold your vision for you. They can doubt you. They can mock you. They can abandon you. But they cannot stop you if you refuse to stop seeing it, because you become what you envision daily. So ask yourself right now, what do I see when I close my eyes? Do I see myself as a leader, a creator, a conqueror of my own life? Or do I see fear, failure, regret? Be honest, because the world will reflect back whatever you feed it. So feed it your vision, relentlessly. And when you fall and don't abandon it. When they laugh, don't abandon it. When the results are slow, don't abandon it. Because it is not the pace that matters, it's the persistence. Lincoln lost elections for years before he led a nation. Edison failed thousands of times before the light stayed on. Ford went bankrupt before he revolutionized industry. They all understood this simple truth. If you hold the vision long enough, reality has no choice but to catch up. That's not magic. That's physics, because every thought you hold creates ripples. Every action you take moves you closer. Every moment of doubt you resist strengthens your resolve. This is the alchemy of achievement. You are turning thought into thing, dream into destiny, vision into victory. But you must pay the price, daily. No days off for belief, no holidays for discipline. Because life will test you. It will ask, do you really want it? And you must answer with action, not once, every single day. Because you become what you envision daily. So let that become your creed, your private promise to yourself that cannot be broken. Let it sink into your bones until it becomes instinct, until doubt has no home in you, until fear grows weary, trying to find a crack in your certainty. You see, most people try to negotiate with their dream. They try to get it at a discount. They want success but without the price of sacrifice. They want glory without the burden of discipline. But reality is not fooled. Reality will only yield to those who demand it, pay in full what their vision is worth. Think of the builders of cathedrals who worked for decades on something they would never live to see finished. Why? Because the vision was larger than them. Because the purpose outlived the ego. That is how you must approach your life. Your goals cannot be hobbies. Your purpose cannot be an afterthought. Your vision must become the standard by which you judge every decision. Will this thought serve my vision? Will this habit strengthen it? Will this choice bring me closer or push me further away? Because your habits are the scaffolding on which your vision is built. Discipline is not punishment, it's freedom. The freedom to become the architect of your own fate, rather than the tenant of someone else's design. So design carefully, speak carefully, act deliberately, because everything matters. Your words are seeds, your actions are water. Your belief is the sun, and doubt is poison. You must uproot it without mercy. Not because you'll never feel fear, but because you refuse to let fear vote in the decisions of your life. Courage is not the absence of fear, it's the mastery of it. It's saying, I see you, fear, but I will not obey you. It's waking up every morning with the conviction to say, today I will serve the vision, not my comfort, not my excuses, not my past, the vision. Because vision is a contract you sign with your future self. It says, I will pay the price today so you can live free tomorrow. It says, I will suffer discipline today so you don't suffer regret tomorrow. Regret, the silent killer of dreams. Understand this. You will pay a price either way. The price of discipline or the price of regret. The first is heavy but temporary. The second is light but eternal. So choose wisely. When your alarm goes off, choose the vision. When your legs are tired, choose the vision. When your friends want you to waste the night, choose the vision. Because you become what you envision daily. You become what you practice daily. And practice is not always glamorous. It is often brutal, monotonous, lonely. But that is the forge in which greatness is made. Think of the blacksmith, hammering steel over and over. He does not apologize to the metal. He transforms it. You must do the same with your mind, your habits, your life. You must be willing to subject yourself to the heat of failure, the hammer of criticism, the grind of repetition, because you are forging yourself into someone worthy of the vision you hold. No one will hand it to you. No one will build it for you. And even if they tried, it wouldn't fit you, because your vision is custom-made. It is yours alone. It will feel too big for you at first. That's how you know it's worth pursuing. If your dream doesn't scare you, it's not demanding enough. If your goals don't make you stretch, they're too small. This is not about comfort. This is about conquest, not of other people, of yourself, your lesser self, the part that wants to quit, the part that wants to compromise, the part that says good enough. Good enough is the enemy of greatness. So never settle. Never say I've arrived, because the moment you stop growing, you start dying. Your vision should evolve as you do. It should demand new levels of you. It should scare you again and again, because that fear is the signal you are expanding. That is the price of progress. You cannot carry old beliefs into a new life. You cannot use yesterday's thinking to solve tomorrow's problems. So question everything. Question your limits. Question your story. Question the rules you've accepted without evidence, because most of them are lies. Lies you inherited. Lies you adopted to fit in. Lies you used to protect yourself from disappointment. But you're not here to fit in. You're here to stand out. You're not here to be safe. You're here to be dangerous, to mediocrity, to complacency, to anything that insults the potential you were born with. So get clear, get obsessed, get disciplined, because your vision will not manifest because you want it to. It will manifest because you will it to, because you act on it, because you refuse to betray it. When you're tired, you remember why you started. When you're broke, you remember what you're building. When you're alone, you remember who you're becoming. And you keep going, because you become what you envision daily. Because vision without action is hallucination. It's not enough to see it. You must move toward it. Every single day. The world doesn't reward dreamers who only dream. It rewards those who wake up and turn dreams into plans, plans into habits, habits into outcomes. There's no shortcut for this, no secret formula. You want to know the secret? It's that there is no secret. It's the work, the daily, unglamorous, uncelebrated work. It's waking up early when no one cares. It's studying late when no one notices. It's showing up on the days you want to stay in bed. It's doing the rep, the call, the write-up, the practice, the extra mile, because that is what you promised yourself. Not for applause, not for likes, for you. Because you know this truth in your bones. You don't get what you want. You get what you're willing to become. And you become what you do daily. Daily thoughts, daily choices, daily disciplines. They are laying bricks for the house you will live in tomorrow. So choose carefully. No one else can choose for you. They can try. They can push their fears onto you. They can tell you to play small, so they feel comfortable. But at the end of the day, it's your life, your consequence, your reward, your regret. Understand this, most people are not living their vision. They are living their default, the default of their upbringing, the default of their culture, the default of their fear. And then they wonder why they feel empty, why their soul is restless. Because deep down, you were not designed to live on autopilot. You were designed to create, to conquer, to evolve. That restless energy in you is not a curse. It's a compass. It's telling you to move, to grow, to claim what is yours. But it will not do it for you. You have to decide. You have to commit. You have to be willing to sacrifice who you are for who you want to become. And sacrifice is not loss. It's exchange. You give up comfort for growth. You give up distraction for focus. You give up your old self so your new self can breathe. Look at any person you admire, any giant of history. They sacrificed, they bled, They were ridiculed, but they did not let go of the vision. They refused to abandon what they saw in their mind just because others couldn't see it yet. That is your charge. Hold the vision. Guard it like treasure, because it is treasure. It is the seed of your future. But seeds don't sprout because you want them to. They sprout because you plant them, because you water them, because you weed the garden, because you wait, because you believe. Even when there's no sign of growth, even when everyone tells you it's dead, because you know better, because you see what they don't. That's faith, not blind hope, but disciplined expectation. Faith that says, I will do my part, I will stay the course, and in time the harvest will come. Not because you're special, not because you're lucky, but because you earned it, because you refuse to be average, because you refuse to let fear dictate your future, because you made a covenant with yourself to live at your highest level, no matter the cost. And the cost is high. The cost is saying no when it's easy to say yes. The cost is pushing one more rep when your body says stop. The cost is writing one more page when your mind says you're empty. The cost is risking failure so you can taste growth. Because if you are not failing, you are not stretching. If you are not uncomfortable, you are not growing. So get comfortable being uncomfortable. Make discomfort your training ground. Make adversity your teacher, because adversity is not your enemy. It is your forge. It will burn away what is weak. It will reveal what is strong. It will show you who you really are, not who you pretend to be, not who you hope to be, but who you are when the world stops clapping. That is where your power lives. That is where your vision is tested. Anyone can dream when it's easy. Anyone can speak big goals when the sun is shining. But true believers hold the vision in the storm. They grip it tighter when the winds howl. They protect it from the rain of doubt. They stand alone if they have to, because they know this is mine. No one will fight for it but me. And that's what makes you dangerous. Not your talent, not your resources, your willingness to endure, your refusal to quit, your discipline to show up when it doesn't make sense, because you understand the vision is not negotiable. It is your duty, your purpose, your reason. And purpose is stronger than pain. Purpose is stronger than fear. Purpose is stronger than failure. So reconnect to it every single day. When you wake up, ask yourself, what am I building today? Who am I becoming today? What will I no longer tolerate today? Make it a ritual. Make it non-negotiable. Because the world is not waiting to see if you'll succeed. It's waiting to see if you'll even try. Most won't. Most will die with their song unsung. Don't let that be you. Die empty. Die spent. Die with nothing left inside you. Because you gave it all. Because you held the vision until your last breath. Because you became the person worthy of it. That is the charge. That is the calling. That is the path. And it begins again tomorrow. Because you become what you envision daily. So rise tomorrow with intent, not the lazy intent of I'll try, but the sacred vow of I will act, I will endure, I will believe, because belief is a choice. Understand that belief is a choice. It's not something you wait for. It's not something you ask permission to feel. It is a decision you make every day. You choose to believe in your vision when there's evidence and when there's none. You choose to believe in your mission when they cheer you on and when they turn away. You choose to believe in yourself when you're full of energy and when you're on your knees. Because if you only believe when it's easy, you don't really believe at all. That's not faith. That's convenience. Real belief is tested. It's proven in the furnace of doubt, in the silence of failure, in the shadows where no one sees your work. It's saying, I will hold this line no matter what comes. Because you understand the truth that has shaped every revolution, every masterpiece, every world-changing innovation. Your vision will be laughed at before it is applauded. That is the cycle. First they doubt you, then they dismiss you, then they resist you, and finally they admire you. But only if you survive the first 3 stages. Most people don't. They crumble at doubt. They shrink at mockery. They retreat at resistance. But you will not, because you are not here to fit in. You are here to make history. Not history they write in textbooks, History that changes the lineage of your family. History that transforms your own soul. History that lets you meet the person you were meant to be. Because that's the tragedy of most lives. They never even meet themselves. They only know the version that gave up, that settled, that listened to fear. But not you, not anymore. You will meet the warrior within, the architect, the relentless builder of dreams. But to do that, you must kill the weaker self daily. You must put to death the excuses. You must bury the need for validation. You must eviscerate the comfort that keeps you small. Because comfort is the drug that dulls ambition. It is the quiet thief of greatness. It whispers, "You've done enough. Rest here. Don't risk more." But you didn't come this far to stay the same. You didn't climb this high to plateau. You are here to become, and becoming never ends. It is an infinite game, played not to win once, but to win every day. Because you become what you envision, daily. Every day is a vote for your future, a vote for your potential, or a vote for your fears. What did you vote for today? Did your actions serve your vision, or did they serve your comfort? Did your choices feed your dream or your doubt? The math is honest. The ledger keeps perfect records. Your life is the sum of your daily votes. So vote wisely, vote bravely, vote deliberately. Because one day you will look back, and there will be nowhere to hide, no one to blame, no way to bargain. You will stand alone with what you built, or what you abandoned. And in that moment you will know, you were always capable, you were always enough. But did you choose to be? That is the power they don't tell you about. That's the truth. The world buries under distraction and fear that it's always been you, your thoughts, your beliefs, your choices, your discipline. You are both the sculptor and the stone. You are both the architect and the building. You are both the seed and the sower. No one else is coming. No one else will save you. No one else will build your dream for you. Because no one else can see it the way you do. That is your burden. That is your gift. To carry the vision when no one understands. To speak the words before they make sense to anyone else. To act with faith when logic says stop. To move with conviction when the ground is shaking. Because that is leadership. Not leading others. Leading yourself. The hardest form of leadership there is. To command yourself when you want to yield. To demand your best when no one is watching. To hold yourself to a standard higher than the world's. That is how change is made. Not in crowds, not in comfort, in solitude, in silence, in sacrifice, where you decide, I will not betray the vision, not for comfort, not for approval, not for safety. I will hold it until the world catches up, until reality bows to my will, until my dream is undeniable. That is the level of commitment required. Total, uncompromising, unrelenting. And yes, it will hurt. Growth always does. But the pain is purposeful. It is the evidence you are alive, that you are becoming, that you refuse to stagnate. So let them call you obsessed. Let them say you're too much. Let them mock what they don't understand. Because one day they'll ask you how you did it. And you will smile and remember the nights you cried, the mornings you bled, the doubts you strangled. You will remember you did it because you refused to let go of what you saw, because you became what you envisioned daily. So hold the vision tighter than your excuses. Nurture it like a child. Guard it like treasure, because it is treasure. It is the map to the life you were meant to live, and you are the only one who can read it. So read it, live it, be it. Because you become what you envision daily. And remember this, the vision you hold is not just for you. It's your responsibility. Because your dream, when realized, becomes permission for others. Your courage gives them courage. Your discipline raises their standard. Your success becomes proof that it can be done. That's why you can't quit. That's why you don't get to hide. Because someone out there needs you to win. They need to see it's possible. They need to see it's worth it. They need your example to light their own path. Understand, your life is a message. Every day you are writing it with your choices. What does your message say? Does it say settle? Does it say play small? Does it say bow to fear? Or does it scream rise? Does it demand grow? Does it whisper to the lost, follow me? Because that is legacy, not money, not fame, impact, influence, a ripple that outlives you. That is what the vision is for. It's not selfish to want more. It's selfish to stay less than you could be. Because the world needs your full self. It needs your ideas, your art, your leadership, your love. And the only way to deliver that is to become it, to become what you envision daily. That is the price of leadership, going first. It is hard. It is lonely. It is thankless at times. But it is necessary. Because without leaders, the world stays stagnant. Without visionaries, the world stays blind. Without creators, the world stays empty. So be the one who sees what others ignore. Be the one who does what others fear. Be the one who keeps going when others quit. Because in the end, that's all that matters. Not what you had, not what you owned, but who you became and who you lifted. So when you feel tired, good. That means you're working. When you feel afraid, good. That means you're growing. When you feel alone, good. That means you're ahead. You're not behind. You're not late. You're exactly where you need to be, on the edge, where life is sharp enough to change you, where the wind is strong enough to test you, because you cannot become unbreakable without being broken. You cannot become wise without being wrong. You cannot become strong without being weak. So let it happen. Let the process shape you. Trust it even when you hate it, because the vision you hold is not about what you get. It's about who you become to get it. It's about the price you pay in comfort, so you can buy freedom. It's about the small deaths of your lesser self, so your greater self can live. And that's why so few will do it, because it's easier to watch, to wish, to want. But wanting is cheap. Everyone wants. Wishing is for cowards. Doing is for kings. So act, even when you're unready, even when you're unworthy, because readiness is a lie. You will never feel ready. And worthiness is earned in the doing. You don't wait for permission. You grant it to yourself. You declare, this is who I am now. This is what I do now. And then you back it up, daily, relentlessly, because you become what you envision daily. It's not complicated. It's just hard. But hard is good. Hard is how you know it's worth it. Hard is the barrier that keeps the lazy out. That's your advantage. You don't need easy. You just need possible. And it is possible. Not guaranteed. Not promised. Possible. And possible is enough for those who will not quit. So don't quit. Don't negotiate with fear. Don't bargain with mediocrity. Don't let small minds talk you out of big dreams. They don't see what you see. They don't feel what you feel. They don't burn the way you burn. Let them live their small lives. That is their right. But you have work to do. You have promises to keep. You have battles to win. Within, you have a vision to build, and you will build it. Brick by brick, habit by habit, day by day. You will get up when you fall. You will speak truth when it's unpopular. You will act with integrity when it's inconvenient. You will lead when no one follows. Because that is who you are. Because that is who you choose to be. Because you become what you envision daily. So make your vision worthy of you. Make it so bold it terrifies you. So grand it humbles you. So real you can taste it. And then go get it. Because no one is coming to save you. Because no one else will do it for you. Because no one else can. This is your life, your mission, your vision, and you become what you envision daily.